Sion, a man haunted by a tragic past. Within him lies strength and kindness, but also great sorrow. All this will change when he meets a girl named Dominique. These are the residents of Dog Street. Every console generation, seemingly from the 6th generation onwards, has had some sort of relatively short game released early on in a console's lifespan. Usually it's seen as little more than a sort of tech demo, but to me, these kinds of games serve not only to see what a console is capable of, but what gaming as a whole could be capable of. And with an experimental yet exceptional system like the PS2, this is definitely one such game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is IndieBot Luke Pants, and welcome to
The Bouncer.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Released in 2000 and 2001 by publisher Squaresoft before they became Square Enix, and developed by Dream Factory, who also worked on another Square game that is a 3D fighting game with Final Fantasy characters in it called on PS1 called RAGDOLL C, which I'd love to play someday. And let's press start. On the topic of Final Fantasy, I'd like to just come out and say I've never actually played a Final Fantasy game. This is the part where you gasp. But this game, I can confidently, wholly say that this is the best Final Fantasy game I've ever played. Because it's what I lovingly like to call a bite-sized RPG. It's got the story of an RPG with the length of a 3D kind of arcade-style beat-em-up game with RPG elements. And I can say this with merit because on the back of the box it says, play the action movie, with some of the bullets including experience action, adventure, fighting, and RPG elements woven together in ways you've never seen before, and play through the game multiple times, controlling different fighters to discover the entire story and unlock new characters. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing on this playthrough here. You can also see the little monologue that I said earlier on the actual title logo here. Just very barely. It's not exactly legible here, but you can sort of see it on the actual front cover of the box, or just anywhere online where you can actually see it. But regardless. We're going to be playing through there's 3 playable characters in the game. It's all the same story. It's a very short but sweet game. And the story is pretty much the same every single time, but each character has their own perspective that has little bit of events and dialogue squeezed in there that are exclusive to each playthrough. And we're going to experience the Bouncer as a whole, we're going to play through every single character through the story every single time. So that's going to be about 3 playable characters, 3 sessions. So one character per session. Let's look at the options as we talk about controller settings. Let me see here. Let me check my notes really quick. So pressure sensitive. Okay. First of all, big feature about this game is first of all, the fact that we have 4 controllers to play on here, but not 4 controller ports on the PS2 because it only has 2. But that's where the multi-tap comes in, baby. This game's got versus mode. And you bet your ass we're going to be showing that off probably after after we do all those playthroughs. But what I really want to show off is the vibration. Oh, yeah. Pressure sensitivity. Not many games utilize this, but a decent number of them did. This is one of them. And it's actually kind of a very important feature in terms of fighting. So each face button, X, square, circle, and triangle, to be exact, corresponds to a different attack. However softly or firmly, like that, you press the button, you will do a different attack. You can also hold L1 and then press any of the face buttons to do the soft version of the attack, like this one. But eventually when we unlock new moves, those new moves will overwrite the shortcut for L1 square or L1 X or whatever it is. So if you want to do like the soft press and you were used to that, you'll have to just softly press it like normal. Moving on. We also have something that's pretty ahead of its time. This game's very a little bit for an early PS2 title. It's pretty ambitious in terms of graphically and just like kind of these sort of features where you can like actually map your buttons. As you can see, there's a little bit of fighting game lingo with like the letters and symbols here, but it's pretty easy to understand thanks to the little glowy buttons here. So jump attack is circle. It's not, you don't actually jump in this game. It's straight up just a attack that has you jump. High attack, middle attack, low attack. We'll just keep it as is, just because it's easy to remember here for me. Guard is R1. There's an invisible blocking meter, I should add. There's no gauge that actually tells you how much stamina you have left to block, like how much defense you have. So like you're gonna have to just basically don't block for too long. Don't think you're invincible. Don't think you can just protect yourself forever. even if it might seem like it. L1 is the extra skill. That's what I was talking about with the little moves. We'll talk more about those as we go. L2 is not used. I'm pretty sure Battle for Bikini Bottom is actually the same way, or maybe it's R2. I'll have to double check. But R2 in this game is gesture. And that's basically your taunt. But it actually serves with a different function that we will talk about in time when we get into gameplay. You may also notice this UI is pretty simplistic for appropriately simplistic for PS2. And that's partly because, fun fact, this game is sort of a tech demo, or more accurately, a engines test for two little lesser known Square games called by the names of Final Fantasy X and Kingdom Hearts 1. So, and on the front cover of the box, you can see the main character Sion bearing the design of Sora, who would later become Sora. So basically, Sion walked so Sora could run, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we're not gonna mess with the sound just in case, but we will mess with the language. Japanese everything. Okay, maybe not. Let's stick to what we know. Load and save. Okay, absolutely something I should mention. So right now, every time we boot up the game, we will start out with basically a clean slate, and it's kind of like TAC 2 in the same way. You boot up the game, it doesn't load up any clear save files automatically like most games would. These are all my clear files. This is actually a failed recording right here. Surprise, surprise. This is when I first beat the game, and this is when I did it for Game Club with the boys. But like, it doesn't load those files automatically. If you want to load up your files for like versus mode or like survival mode or anything with like all your unlocks, you have to do it manually through here. And if you start a new game, like a new story, then you overwrite one of your like clear save files, thinking that it's just gonna be, thinking that's not gonna be a clean slate. Prepare to learn the hard way, because I certainly did, and I ended up having to beat the game 4 more times. And there's a reason I beat it 4 times. There's an extra 4th playthrough that actually has you unlock a certain other final character for versus mode, but that's pretty specific. But we'll get into that when we get into that. For now, let's just go ahead and start the story mode of the Bouncer. Start ourselves a new game here, baby. Hope everyone's been having a great day. Today is August 14th, 2024, 12:52 p.m. It's DitaBomb27's birthday. Happy belated birthday, DitaBomb27. My boy. It'll be belated by the time he sees this, by the time he goes up. By the time this goes up, I should say.
Mikado, the company heading the International Space Project, announced the launch of an additional solar power generator satellite. The announcement comes as a surprise to many. So what exactly is a solar power generator satellite?
Look at these graphics.
Well, we've prepared some diagrams, so let's take a look. First, an Earth-based station transmits a guidance signal. Upon receiving the signal, the satellite uses a large mirror to generate electricity from solar power.
Rainbows.
The electricity is then converted to microwave radiation and sent down to the ground station. The ground station then converts the microwave radiation
It's a reverse Death Star.
electricity, which can then be used for general purposes.
General purposes, huh?
The question is, do we need such a costly energy program during this time of recession?
Yeah, this game's political.
How will people be affected by the large amounts of microwave radiation on Earth?
That tack whoosh sound.
Corporation is in charge of a major nationally funded public project.
Target Dominique Cross.
About the launch of thus far in radio.
Sex female, age 15. Wait, height 4'10". She's 15, by the way, just keep that in mind. Ah, shit.
Damn it. They beat us to it?
Looks like it's go time. Full moon. Persona 3, anyone? Helicopter. Jurassic Park, anyone? First thing that came to mind.
We arrived at the target coordinates.
Tetsuya Nomura, character designer. There you go. So there's proof.
Deploying assault unit.
Sion walks so Sora can run, man. Who's dropping bombs in wintertime on this quaint little cozy little RPG town? This is some kid's home, man. Fuck. Have they no shame? Motherfucker looking like Zant. The Twilight Princess. Ninjas? Ah, shit. This is their house. in the middle of the street. These some buff-ass ninjas. And they're fast. So yeah, anything that comes up that's relevant, I'll try to explain on as we go. The finer intricacies of this game. Because there's quite a bit of depth to it, as you might be surprised, even for an early PS2 title. It's a nice, cozy little town. Seems cold as hell, though, during this time of year. Fun fact, this is actually taking place during spring, so, like, it's not supposed to be snowing. Or maybe it's just later spring. You know, the whole 6 more weeks of winter. Say what you will, but these are pretty good graphics for early PS2. Here we are, at the bar of fate. Don't expect us to spend the whole game here. This ain't a Roadhouse situation. But we do get to beat up bad guys.
I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
That's Volt.
Hey, Volt.
Told you.
What's with the sour face? You're scaring away the customers.
Sorry, just doing my job.
Yeah.
Sure is weird weather for spring.
At this point, how could you not believe in climate change? Climate change will be the least of our worries after these guys are done with us. Director Takashi Tokita. Nice place you got here.
Hi, boss.
Hey!
Hey, Dominique, he's been waiting for you. Hurry up.
Mr. Clean looking motherfucker.
You're looking busy, Kou.
Hey, if we're not doing anything, it means the bar's doing just fine, right, Sion?
Don't jinx it.
Good morning.
It's Sora, guys.
Hey, where were you? You're late.
Well,
You're late.
hey, Sion, when's your birthday?
Birthday? Why?
Well, it's someone's birthday today.
Sion, it's your shift.
Yeah, I know. Come to think of it, it was exactly 1 year ago today you first came to this bar and started that giant brawl fest.
Roadhouse, motherfucker, man.
Then that means today's your first anniversary as a bouncer.
Woo!
Here, I got this for you.
Aw.
What's this?
It's a chain, you idiot. You wear
A
it.
present.
Ah, shit. Party crashes. The anime cut in. Alright, so hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Continue. I'm Paul, I'm Nick, I'm Josh, and I'm Dominique.
Dominic.
Dominique. Alright, so yeah, basically, yeah. So like I said before, each character, so as you can see, we have Sion Barzahd, Volt Krueger, and Kou Leifoh. Dominique Cross is not playable, sadly. Well, not yet, at least. Versus mode. More on that later. But as you can see, every character starts out rank G with a set amount of stats. I think Sion's is actually overall has the least. But ironically, he's actually the easiest to get into and the easiest to learn. So, but like I think everyone else has like their own, pretty much is geared toward certain other stats. So he's the more well-rounded, but he has the lower stats. Everyone also has different bouncer points, which we earn as we play the game, but they are not shared. They are separate across each character. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings 2 in that way. No shared XP like in 3. We can press square, display and hide our extra skills, which we have none. And there's no skills in here! How delightful. But yeah, as of course we'll get more moves as we go on. Like I said before, perspective of the story changes depending on who we play as, and little bit of lines and events being exclusive to each character, like I said before. yeah, I just really quick before we start, I just wanted to appreciate all these different faces. Like, Sion's like, Volt's like, and Kou's like, and Dominique's like, ah. Anyway, let's go ahead and start off with Sion, because like I said, the easiest to learn, easiest to kind of master, beginner friendly, and he's the mainest of the main characters, arguably, with the pretty much the lead, being the lead of the main story here. So let's get going.
Get back, Dominique.
They also have a unique line every time you select a character. All right, most important feature of this game, by far, there's Ragdoll. This game got Ragdoll. Come on. Stop. Bolt. Oh, okay, he's about to just pause right before disaster. Oh boy, let's hope it doesn't end up that way. Alright, so this game's, as you can see, already great. Even better in versus mode, arguably. This is just another menu to see all your extra skills. I thought we would have been able to see the controls on here, but this is where we can see our stats as well. We're not doing too hot, because we lost some health. But we'll make do. Let's do it! Alright. Splaying! The splaying! The old clothesline move! This is the grade A juggle move right here that Sion's best use for. Damn! Oh, the belly slam! If you charge forward, oh my god. If you charge forward, you can do a little bit of a, oh my god, we're just mopping the fucking floor with these fools. He's mine, Bolt! He's mine, Bolt! Come on! There we go. So the AI actually is helpful in that they actually will help you out and do damage. But the problem with that, of course, is that they can actually steal your kills, which is associated with the BP that you get from said kills. So they can steal your points, and that's important. Damn. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can charge forward and do a little like if you tilt the stick forward towards your enemy, and then press an attack, you can do a little bit of a lunge charge attack type thing. Remember the soft and firm button presses as well. Triangle's also a good one. Oh! Press R2 when you hear Volt speak, and you get this. Here it goes! It's good! Woohoo! So that does a little bit of damage to whoever your target is locked onto on screen. Oh yeah. Come on, he's mine! Hands off, fellas. Oh my, come on, the fast lightning kick. Oh yeah, right in the fucking face. Hell yeah, look at this car, man. This is dope. Alright, so that was quite a bit to take in just early on, but I'll do my best to explain before we move on. So you can die during that, but it's not going to count as a game over because it's the first fight. I learned that the hard way during Game Club, but it worked out. But yeah, it's a little bit of a slap on the wrist. But from here on, we will be penalized we will get game overs, and if you get a game over, we have to start back from our last save. It's one of those games. Very much an RPG in that respect. So we have 200. We can increase our life, power, or defense, health, attack, and how much stamina we have on our guard. Which once again is invisible, but we don't. I'm actually gonna save these points until later because we don't need to worry about it so far. So that R2 thing that I was talking about, the gesture. Whenever you hear, so remember the order of characters: Sion, Volt, and Kou, left to right. If you're playing Sion and you hear Volt say "You ready?" that'll be his gesture, and that'll be your cue to press R2 to initiate what I think is called the Trinity attacks, and it's basically just free damage against whoever you're locked onto at the time. Like whoever's on your health bar, on the top right corner of the screen. And if you're playing as Volt, you want to keep an ear out for Kou whistling, and then press R2. If you're playing as Kou, you want to hear an ear out for get an ear out for Sion saying "Hey, come on," which is his taunt. So yeah, like I said before, not gonna spend money on but bouncer points on these guys just yet. But obviously these are all the different moves that we can have. These are the moves I said would be overwritten with the L1, the extra skill command. A little more on everything else as we go, but for now, let's go ahead and press OK. We can save right now if we want, but I'll wait a bit since it's the beginning of the game, and hopefully we won't suck too bad. But yeah.
Dominique!
Ah, shit! There's also an ending cutscene for depending on who you play as. Oh, fuck. Damn it, guys. Damn, went for the punch. How disrespectful. Out of my way. Ah, jeez, they have the motherfucker at the high ground. On the stairs, too. Shit. got away. Fuck! Oh god, that was like a bullet touch. Oh my god. Oh. I need a drink.